Hey guys, it's weather, get in here or else. Waifu Weather, this is a national security threat. It's me with the weather, secure these nuts. Scattered flash flooding potential for the Ohio Valley to the western Gulf Coast states for the next couple days. You can see all that good stuff above my big fat head. Basically, if you're in the east, you're getting peed on. And maybe thunderstorms, with severe thunderstorms across the high plains, and wet and unsettled Memorial Day weekend for much of the east. But the west is dry. 71, 75, 81 for Washington and Oregon coastlines, 82, 78 for their interiors, 98 to 65 for NorCal, 95, 71 for SoCal. Mountain states, we've got a little cooler up in the north with 60s and 70s for Montana, Wyoming, a little warmer in South Idaho. And then for the Four Corners states, we're seeing lots of 70s and 69 I see over in Colorado. And then 72 to 84 for Arizona, New Mexico on the top half. And the bottom half of Arizona, New Mexico is much hotter with 90s and maybe hotter, 87 maybe hotter. Plainsy poos, we've got 59 to 62 for the Dakotas, 68 for Nebraska, 65, 73 for Kansas, 79 and into the low 80s for Oklahoma. Texas firmly in the 80s, 82 up in the Panhandle, and 91 down at the tip. Midwesty poos, we've got 60s and 70s for the northern half of the map, turning into 80s around the Gulf states. East Coast, you are 60s and 70s from New England down to about the nation's capital, and then 80s for the Carolinas, and 90 for the Florida-Georgia line, 94 at the tip, or 94 at the shaft, 89 at the tip. See the tip? Right there? I'm gonna touch tips with Florida. Florida, we touching tips. McMurdo Station on the Ross Sea in Antarctica sitting at -6 degrees with winds from east-southeast at 14 gusts up to 20, giving them a real feel of -29 degrees. Puerto Rico recovering from a blustery day yesterday. There's no watches, warnings, or advisories in effect at the time currently, but you could have more of the same just depending on your region. Daytime high temperatures 86, 88 in the north, 84 in the east, 87 in the south, 88 for the west, and 77 for the interior, with 88 to 91 for the U.S. Virgin Islands, 83 for St. Croix and surrounding waters. Alaska still getting windy and wet conditions for the southern tier of the state, with daytime high temperatures 27, 29, 34 for the Arctic Circle, 40s, 50s, and 60s for the interior with the cooler parts along the coastlines, 45 to 42 for the Aleutians, 51 to 47 near Anchorage, and 42 for the Panhandlers. Hawaii, you are windy with gale force warnings, high surf advisories, small craft advisories, and wind advisories throughout the island chain. Check your local conditions if you are boating especially, but stay safe. Daytime high temperatures from the mid-70s to the low 80s, most common, popping into the mid-80s for some areas of coastline, especially around the Big Island, and a little cooler for the interiors and the higher elevations. All right, have a really good day or else!